boys, we're back, and this is the final 2 laps of the Mandaue Reclamation criterium. The dynamics of today's race is quite different because Philip and Nilo did not join the race. Both are 2 of the strongest riders in this cat, so without them, the race dynamic was different. Team F4 basically controlled the race 95% of the time. They were made up of Paul, John, and Charlon, 3 of the strongest riders in this race. The other team is from Opon, and they're made up of Hylene, Panning, and the rest of the guys. The team tactics is sometimes hard to understand because some days they're good friends and some days they're not good friends. For the rest of us, we were all freelancers here, so we just take advantage on what is given to us. The strength of both teams neutralize the race. So if you want to end up or finish the race in a good spot, then you have to make your own race. You can't wait for these sprinters to take over during the last lap. I had made an attack earlier with about 8 laps ago, but the boys were just too good and too strong. There was a rider ahead of us, Arnold, the guy in red and white, and he was one of us. He rode today without a team, so I think it was an advantage on our part because the 2 strong teams, F4 and Opon, would chase him down. So that's why Paul is trying to bring him back. As Arnold was about to be caught, Paul pulled back a little bit, and so he decided he was going to take Arnold's wheel. You will notice here that Arnold is turning his head towards me. He was actually telling me to make an attack, but I told him the headwind was too strong and I didn't have enough strength to go out solo at this part of the race. My plan was to make an all or nothing attack just after the U-turn. Who knows, maybe they would hesitate a little bit and that would be enough time for me to finish in the podium position. Sadly, I could not execute my plan because 2 riders, John and Panning, if you look at their rear cam, they made an attack just before the U-turn. So if you look at the front cam, there's John in blue and Panning in white to my right, and this is before the U-turn. There's John followed by Panning. Between the 2, I would say that John is stronger. He's a beast. But Panning is a savvy rider and he's been around for a long time. So it'd be a good tussle if they survive this. It's less than a lap to go and 1 more U-turn to do. I had a hard time closing gaps, and that's why I allowed Mario to close the gap because I was too tired. On my left is Titing. He's also very strong. It's just not just race savvy at this point, but I'm sure he'll win one day. I wanted to sit behind the wheel of Boyak's Pagnanaon, the guy with the yellow backpack, but I was too tired. The other boys are also moving up. There's Paul, red helmet, red shoes, Art, and the guy in the yellow and light blue, I think is Hylin, and then there's Ken Lu is Indoy. And so they're preparing for the sprint. Flynn then made a late attack, followed by Art, and then Charlon and Boy. Again, I was gapped. My legs wasn't responding to my orders. Fortunately, they slowed down and I was able to rest up a bit. I would have loved to be the third rider in this chase, but it was too much. And around this U-turn, I was gapped again. I'm not very good with cornering, but this is too much. So I had to make up for a lot of distance just to be able to get back on the wheel of Indoy. And as I was doing so, the elastic behind me snapped. So Mario and the rest of the guys, they couldn't follow. I was the last person to get back to this group. Yes, I was able to get back to the chasing group, but at what price? My legs were already burning, just trying to hang on. $500 meters to go, and no, it's maybe 400 or 350, and I tried to make my move, and at the same time Paul, who's a very good sprinter, made his final sprint. Unfortunately, Highland was there and it obstructed his sprint a little bit, and that's why he could not sprint all out. I came in 7th outside the podium. It was a fast race, but in the end, any race that you can finish is always a good race. So, thanks for watching, boys. I'll see you next Sunday.